What's up guys, welcome to my 5th Pygame tutorial. And in the last tutorial I showed you guys how to make user events. So if they pressed key down, key left, key right, up, down, then it would take that ball and move it in either direction. But what we also want to happen is if they lift up their finger from that key, then we want the ball to stop moving. So we need an event for this. If we don't, then they're just going to hit a key, and when they lift it up, the ball's going to keep moving in that direction, and we probably don't want that. So what we need to do is make a simple else statement. So let me move this up and let me readjust this so you can see it a little better. So we have if event type equals key down, but we also want to say if they lift the key up, then for it to stop moving. So if event type is exactly equal to key up, then what we want to do is take all of these and set them equal to 0. So let me just copy that, and there we go. And now just change all of these values from -1, +1, just change them all to 0. 0, 0, 0, 0. So that was easy enough, and now I gotta resize this once again so I can show you guys what I'm about to do next. And even resize a little more. That's embarrassing. So now that we have alright, this is getting annoying. And there we go. There. Oh my god, I swear to god. Alright, enough. Alright, now that we have our basic loop built, what we can do is add some functionality to our program. So let's go ahead and make sure that this is lined up right under the 4 in your main event loop. So right about there. So what we want to do is tell our program where the coordinates need to be. So we need the x coordinate, and again this is the coordinate of the mouse or that little red ball, not the background. So x is equal to move x, and y is equal to move y, aka movie. So the next thing we want to do is split the background and the mouse on the screen. So screen equals split, and this means just pretty much add the background and the mouse to the screen. So again, what do we want to add to the screen? The background. And what do we want the coordinates to be? 0, 0. And after this, what do we want to add to the screen? Hold on, can't type. Mouse underscore C, and this is just the ball. And what do we want the coordinates of this to be? We want it to be that X and Y. And now you can finally see what's going on. Pygame display update. And actually I'm gonna run this for you guys, and then I'm gonna tell you guys why exactly this works, and I'll promise it'll clear it up for you as long as I don't got any errors. So let's go ahead and run this module, and hopefully everything works out like it does. And as you can see, starts out in the corner. Let me press right on my keyboard, down, up, left. See, I'm just pressing all the buttons on my keyboard right now, not my mouse at all. You can see my mouse cursor is right here. So that's the basics of what we just built. Now let me explain to you guys why this works. Pretty much the key is right here. You know what we did up here, and when we blitted the image to the background, this is pretty much all you need to know right here, because this is crucial. What it says is copy whatever this position is in these coordinates, the x coordinate and the y coordinate. So every time you let me scroll this down, every time you press left, the coordinates change by -1 on the x-axis. Every time you press right, they change by +1 on the x-axis. Every time you press up, it changes by -1, causes it to go up. Every time you press down, it changes it by negative down. And what this does right here is just allows you to, whenever you lift up on your key, it doesn't keep adding coordinates to it. So that's why you needed 0. If you're saying, alright, how does that equal this? Well, every time all it looks for is the x and y coordinates. So here's your x coordinate right here. So every time you have +1 that equals move x, it equals +1, and it changes that x coordinate by +1. And every time you have something like -1, it changes that y coordinate by -1. So it's a lot easier just to look at for 5 seconds than I could even explain. But pretty much every time you change the coordinates, get new coordinates, then it spits them out. Press another key, change coordinates, get new coordinates, spit them out. So that is your basics of an event. And again, every single event in Pygame has a type. Pretty much anything the user does has a type. So what we do is find that type, find what they did, and find the key of what they did, and then put an event to go along with their event. And just copy all this code right here. If you followed along with me, then it's going to be a lot easier. And once you learn the basics of events, then you're ready to move on to my next tutorial. And it's a lot more useful when we add something besides moving a ball around the screen. But this is your basics of how to interact with the user pretty much. So pretty much just pay attention to these coordinates. Hopefully you understand it better than I could explain it. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. In the next tutorial, I'm gonna be, I never know what I'm gonna be doing in the next tutorial. I just follow my heart. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time where we continue developing our awesome game.